on landscape. So we'll just see. As soon as someone drops in, they can say if I need to be that way or that way. I think it's that way. Just let me know in the comments. We'll just give everyone a second to drop on. What usually happens is there's a delay with the comments, so I end up just stood here waffling by myself before any of you guys start interacting with me. So in the meantime, I'm in Slovakia. Look, Bratislava. Hey up, James. How we doing? I'm in Bratislava, Slovakia, drinking Ridgeway Bitter Oxfordshire. I mean, this isn't native to this country, is it? But it'll do. How the devil are we all anyway? We all good? Kelvin, Gavin Wilkes, Carl Hankin. So, guys, I'm going to get to the reason that we're here in a minute, but just for the meantime, this is the view from my mate's apartment, George. I personally like the old town, but George likes this. All these, like, this is like, I'd imagine this like Canary Wharf in London, you know? These are like the top of the range sort of apartments to be in. For me, I like the old traditional stuff though, you know, the old architecture, the old worldy stuff. What have we got here now? Scenes Brothers. Hello from France. Joel Keenan, how you doing, mate? Spatty Slife. Is that Spalty Slife? Don't forget to like. Cheers, mate. So, guys, quickly, the reason I've just jumped on now, and I won't keep you for hours talking about this because it'll be a separate thing, but just quickly for now, the whole reason that I'm here is we're going to be hosting a free live training tomorrow. So I'm going to tell you about it quick now, and that's it. Tomorrow, there'll be a free live training where it is solely focused. It's not for the whole internet. It'll just be small select group of people. It's solely focused on showing tradesmen how to use the full power of the internet to get tons of work. That's it. To get lots of work and to charge a lot more money. Just literally just using your online presence to do it, showing you how to get a strong online presence, showing you how to turn that into money, basically, because word of mouth is king. We've said it for years. Everyone knows it. Word of mouth is king. But times are changing, and word of mouth, still king, happens on the internet. Word of mouth happens online, not in the street. If you go down to the local pub, you will notice people aren't talking to each other. They're sat on the phones. Walk down a high street, people are on the phones going down the street. The communication just happens online. Look, we are chatting on the internet. So word of mouth is still king, but it happens on the internet. And if you run a business and you haven't got a strong online presence, then you are basically missing out on all that word of mouth that happens online. So that is what the free training tomorrow will be on. If you would like to be part of it, simply click on the link in the description of this live video. Click on the little link and you'll be able to join in tomorrow. You just put your little email address in there and one or two little details and you'll be invited to the live training tomorrow. So the link in the description here. Now, that said, we can have a little chat. Because I'm stressed. All I've been doing, I've been here for, how many days? 3 days. 3 days. Non-stop work. These guys are like slave drivers squeezing every last little flipping ounce out of me. So, done. Now I'm having a beer and chilling out. How was Halloween anyway? Did the flipping trick-or-treaters drive you mad? I don't even think we have Halloween here. Do we have Halloween in Slovakia?
No, we have something different. Halloween is like, we see it as like American thing, slash UK.
Yeah. So over here, there's a Halloween theme, but there's no trick-or-treaters driving you absolutely flipping nuts.
We just go to those cemeteries and we pray for our family members that died.
Oh yeah. Okay. George is filling me in. George is filling me on the Halloween situation over here. Joe James, how do you get the description up? I would imagine that once this live video, you might be able to just tap it on the screen, Joe. Just tap the screen, it might just be able to show up there. And if not, then once this video has finished and processed, if you click on my YouTube account, go to live videos and click on this one, it'll be in the description there, mate. So I'm sure you'll be able to just tap it on the screen now and get the description. Alex Alex, God, flipping heck, do you know, my flipping eyes are going. I'm reading this, I'm usually doing this on my laptop, I'm reading this on my phone, I can't flipping see the names. Alex said he quiet for Halloween. Spot of Life, top right I meant. Okay. Calvin had one knock on. Yeah, all fair dues. It's going quiet. Do you remember when I was a kid? My old fella didn't like us doing Halloween. My old fella used to say it's begging, so we weren't allowed to do it, me and my brother. But what we used to do is, because he'd go to the pub literally most nights, so we'd be able to sneak out for about half an hour, and we'd get my mum's makeup and put like eyeshadow and stuff on, and what's the stuff called, the powder they put on your face, make yourself look white with black rings around your eyes, and we'd wear a bin bag. That was our Halloween costume. These days, the kids don't even know, do they? They're just like, money's not an object, you can have anything you want. Flipping hours running around in a bin bag. Alex Catton, are you aching today? Got your team with you or flying solo? So, over here, I usually come over to Slovakia by myself. But to be fair, these guys aren't much company. So I've brought my missus and the little fella. My daughters have stayed home. I've got 3 daughters. My daughters have stayed back. I'm here with the little guy, who's 3, and my good lady. And they are currently knocking around Bratislava, which is the capital city, with my bank card. And I'm scared to look at the app to see what's going on. But no, to be fair, she's not mad, my missus. She'll be very careful with the money. But yeah, not alone anyway. Ash, what's the best beer over there? Mate, to be fair, do you know, this country for me has been a bit, let me just adjust this because I feel like I'm looking up. That's better. This Slovakia for me has been a bit of a surprise, because I had I've been here now, 5 times, George? 4 times? Anyway, I don't know. But 4 times here. Well, I've met up with George in Croatia. We've been there a couple of times. Anyway, for me, I had images in my mind. Now, I get told off for saying this. Slovakia, I always seen it as Eastern European. Apparently, Eastern Europe doesn't exist. There's Central Europe, and that's it. So when I look at the map of Europe, like, even though we are sort of towards the east, it's Central Europe. So you don't upset these guys, because they are quite big. But anyway, I had images in my mind of it sort of being like a run-down sort of ex-Soviet country, a little bit sort of deprived. In my mind, that's what I thought. We get lied to in the UK. I'll tell you now, right? We genuinely get lied to in the UK. Slovakia is one of the most beautiful countries I've been to. Everywhere's immaculate. Everywhere's efficient. It's clean. It's hard to explain. It just feels safe and advanced. Now, some of the architecture they've got, this stuff, all these sort of like modern buildings that you can see here, these are like, this is the new part of Bratislava. I prefer the old town. There's so many sort of old Victorian buildings. It is flipping gorgeous. The food, you don't get bad food. It doesn't matter whether you go to a side street. It doesn't matter if you go to, cheap food. It's all top quality, to be fair. And I'm not saying this because George is sat here, because, listen, this guy makes the worst coffee I've ever had in my life. But the food that you can get is gorgeous, and the beer is all nice. Although I did get ripped off for this. I wanted bitter, and there's a little supermarket place down here, which, what's it called?
Yema.
Yema. Yeah. Yemi. I think that means scam in Slovakia, because everything in there cost a fortune. But the beer is quite nice. And I would say, if you were going to come here and compare prices with the UK, it is slightly cheaper, like 10% cheaper. It's not like half price. It's, if you're going to compare prices at hotels, traveling around, you can get to most places in an Uber for like 7 or 8 euros. So it's slightly cheaper than the UK, but not by a vast amount. Alex, beer goggles on, lol. This is me second bottle, so not yet. Give me another couple of hours, like. Oh, there we go. James, click on the 3 dots in the corner, mate. There we go. James New, there's 3 dots in the corner. You can click on that, get the description. There's the link in there. You can just jump on that now. If you wanted to, you can jump on that now. Click on the 3 dots. Put your details in for the free training tomorrow and hop back on here again if you want. I'll tell you what as well. So, I'm going to run this past you guys. I always sort of like I think to myself, if people are willing enough to jump on my lives, I sort of class you guys as like, sort of the people that I sound things off and run things by you first. I'm thinking of taking my YouTube channel in a slightly different direction. And when I say slightly different, I'm gonna run it past you and just tell me your honest thoughts, right? What I'm thinking of doing is, because I feel like I've covered a lot of the day-to-day plastering stuff that I do, and I don't want to just completely bore the life out of you with this similar type of content all the time. I still want to put a lot more content on with like fibrous plastering, a lot more content with cement work, different things. Maybe I need to do some dashing, some different bits and bobs, but the majority of it, what I'm thinking of doing is specifically looking for people that are in need. Maybe they've been ripped off or let down, or they're going through some sort of hardship. It's trying to find these people, and I'm not necessarily sticking to plastering. This is just a thought I'm having. I'm just trying to get your feedback on it. So let's say, for instance, an extension. Someone's had an extension done and they've been let down or messed around, and we find these people and then get all the necessary trades in, and we go and help them. And we make a video of it, and in the video of us helping, we also cover all the sort of instruction for, the bricklayer will give you tips, the joiner will give you tips. As he's doing his job, I'll sort of question him, ask him what he's doing, why he's doing it, how he's doing it. Obviously, I'll do the plastering, and maybe we can chop it into like little small series of different jobs. Maybe someone's had a fire, a little old couple have had a fire in the kitchen, and we go in and repair that, do new electrics, and that's me thought process. Opinions. Let me know if you think that would be good content or not. Yeah, British Building, a bit like a DIY SOS. Only what I'd rather do is a bit like DIY SOS, but the only difference being, what you seem to find with the DIY SOS is the show takes all of the glory. And what I would want to do is, if the joiner is fitting a new kitchen, say for instance, I would want to focus on the joiner so you would all know who he is, what his business called, and you'd be able to get to know him a little bit. Whereas the DIY SOS is sort of like, the presenters, and you don't get to interact with the people. It's sort of, it's all about the presenters, and the people just that actually do the work remain anonymous. I would rather get you guys to know them and to learn from them as well. Because there's things that I would love to know, from different trades, and give me the opportunity to ask them. So, in theory, for me, this feels like a good idea, and it feels like the way I want to go. In theory, finding tradesmen that are happy to come and help, and finding tradesmen that are happy to also be filmed, that could be tricky. Getting the jobs is no problem. If you want to help people, that's no problem. We can find people to help all day long, and perhaps not everybody wants to be sort of, not everybody's going to need the charity. Some people might just be in a desperate pinch and they want to get a job finished, and they'd be happy to pay, and that's fine as well. I've sort of, I've got that part covered, getting the work. It's just literally if people want to jump in, and if you guys would like to see that sort of stuff, let's have a look. Dan. DIY SOS and TV programs are all sob stories. Yeah, I agree. Would you not want to see as much of that? Would you rather it just keep it to, legit jobs rather than helping people, just literally just doing the job? That's an option. Let me know your thoughts, mate. Brad Foster, Kirk, watching your videos throughout my apprenticeship made me a better plasterer. Cheers, Brad. Thank you, mate. British Bulldog, keep it genuine and real. It's what the viewers want. Feel you. Definitely. I think what I've done in a few of my videos, and you can tell me if there's bad taste or not. You can tell me if you don't like this as well, because ultimately I only want to make content that people enjoy. We've reenacted a scene recently. So where we went and helped that old boy that had been ripped off, there was a policeman that called round at my house. Now, obviously, I didn't know before he was calling round that he was going to call round. So we refilmed that. I said to him, I'm happy to come and do the job, and I'm happy to help, but I want you to be in the video, and I want to show people what actually happened. So we reenacted him knocking at my front door and stuff. Is that bad taste? I was trying to give you the full context so you understood how the job come about, but is that too far where it's fake and you don't like it? You know, if you say, look, just give us the real raw footage, that's fine as well. But I thought that would make the video more complete and you'd understand how it all worked. But if that is a negative, then, you know, let me know. Hasbulla the goat. Yo, Kirk, you on the last rub yet? No plastering for me today, mate. I've had a day off. Although I've been looking at work. I've been around the city looking at different jobs that are going on. Smiles like, yeah, most tradesmen don't like being filmed, it seems. Tell me about it. I could probably just link up with other YouTubers, you know, different trades that are already on YouTube, and see if they fancy travelling to go and do jobs with me, or me going to them, or whatever, you know. Asher, great videos, mate. Know why I'm attending plastering my staircase pro shop. Seth Wills, cracking idea. If you fancy doing some more projects in France, I know tons of customers in need. Really interesting to see the different building techniques and materials used here. Yeah, can you imagine me taking a load of English lads over to France, then cocking everything up because we don't know what we're doing with their stuff? That'd make quite funny content, wouldn't it? We've just come over and wrecked someone's house. Now, I know what you're saying, though, mate. I know where you're coming from. Martin C. Kurt, just want to say thank you. Recently took over my local community centre, which was an absolute mess. You gave me the confidence to rip entire rooms back, to bring them and get the mud up. Oh, good man. Nice thing you're doing as well, mate. British Bulldog, I run a painting and decorating business. I would love to work alongside a plastering firm and offer a complete finishing package. Okay. Be interesting to know if you'd be willing to jump in with us from time to time as well then, mate. Thriller, hi from the Isle of Man. Wicker Man, all wear 10-gallon hats and call it cowboy builders. Don't need to wear the hat, mate. I think people know when they see me. Kevin McDonald, hi mate, YouTube channel. Welcome aboard, Kevin. Nice to have you, mate. Joe James, wow, what a gentleman. Thank you, Joe. Much appreciated, pal. Old Bones, great idea, big fella. People are struggling right now, even homeowners. The world needs some kindness. I think so, mate, yeah. British Bulldog, you live in Cheshire. Same, mate. I'm just outside Chester, so Ellesmere Port. Jamail, yeah, I think it'd be a good idea. It would be entertaining to watch as long as the focus is still on plastering. I'd be happy. Okay, mate. Okay, so maybe just little clips of other trades. I mean, I think I'll just do a video and dip my toe in it a little bit and just see what the response is like. You know, I can sort of tell by the amount of views that a video gets whether it's any good or not. So maybe if we did a few little projects and just see how people took it, maybe, because I would need to learn as well. I'm happy filming myself and I'm good at editing me and knowing what to say and how to say it. I mean, I'm not trying to say my videos are fantastic, but I feel like I do an okay job myself. But filming people that have never been on camera before can be a little bit tricky, you know, because as soon as you put a camera in someone's face, they start acting, not being themselves, which is what I found. I've tried to film Sierra Delta when we're plastering and he hates it, so We've got that to deal with. Right, guys, I need to go to the loo. Sort of, I probably left it a little bit late to hop on because I'm busting for the wee now. So I'm going to read a few of these comments quick and then I'm going to drop off. I noticed it was a skip, but the visual. Oh, yeah, okay, yes, he's talking about the copy, yeah. Nikki and Harry, YouTubers, need a load of work doing. Get in touch with them. I'd love to see a collaboration between you guys. Yes, okay, someone did mention that to me as well. Superior Knight, your daughter does a good job, plus she's super cute. Careful. Yeah, she does. She's good at filming. She's been the best on the camera so far. She gets it. She understands that I need scene changes, I need different angles, I need things from different perspectives. You know, that's what makes it more interesting. And she's quite on board with that. So she only needs telling once, on Maisie, and she knows how to do it. So I mean, there's probably improvements, but it's like the blind leading the blind. You know, I'm telling her what I think looks good, and she's doing that well. So it's obviously working. Matt Lawton, do you want to do some rendering? I'll be honest with you, mate, I fucking don't really want to do much, but needs must. British Bulldog, yeah, I'd happily jump on board and help with the painting and finishing of a project. I'm not far from Chester myself. Runcorn, mate, you're even closer to me. My dad lives in Frodsham, so there we go, we could meet in the Bear's Paw for a pint. British Bulldog, do you have an email I can contact you on, Kirk? Yeah, to be honest with you, mate, when all this starts getting a little bit closer, I'm going to have a proper contact landing page so we can reach out and connect all these things together. So don't worry, because as this gets closer, you will 100% know about it, mate. The same as how everyone knows about Pink SPR when I've tried to promote that. You will definitely know about this situation when it comes close, mate. It'll be all over my socials for a couple of weeks. So at the minute, what happens is I've got an email address that people contact me on, which you can find in the channel description, but it gets literally about 100 emails a day, and I can't keep up with them. So I would say drop an email in there, but I probably won't be able to find it by the time I look, mate. So Maryland in the States. Okay, guys, I'm gonna drop off now because I'm busting for a wee. So son, get a job, lad. Yeah, sounds a good plan. Oh, right, guys, been a pleasure. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, link for the live training is in the description of this video. It'd be great to see you tomorrow. I promise I will be 100% sober. I'm not hungover. It'll be 7 p.m. Sunday. So you have a chance for your Sunday dinner first, get your roast down, yeah, and then spend an hour with me and we'll do some live training. Guys, take it easy. It's been emotional. See you soon. I'm saying I'll see you soon. I don't even know how to turn this flipping live off. There we go, yeah. Are you sure you want to stop streaming?